Good job, Rose. That was awesome. Yeah. Well, for the past several months, I've been getting some really interesting information in my meditation and my dreams, remembering some very intriguing bits and pieces, especially regarding animals and our connections to them, as Gaia and her life forms are all ascending. So with more guidance from higher energies, my inner vision now is even further opened. I can still perceive animals as individuals, as messengers, but then look at them as a species, still as messengers, but so much more. They are a vital component of sentient life, not only on Earth, but in universal levels of energy. Let me repeat that. Animals are a vital component of universal levels of energy. Now, to view them another way, we modern humans often look at animals through perception lenses that we tend to heap animals of the lower species into. For much of humanity, an animal is an animal is an animal. No more, no less. But now, imagine that you are one of an ancient peoples, crawling down through the chilling darkness of the deep, deep caves of northern Spain or southern France, pulling yourself up onto a shelf of rock. There you mix your blood with stone-ground pigments and some fat of a kill. You paint by torchlight the wonders of animals seen and remembered, mammoths and bison, antelope and dog, in full magnificence and mystery of their powers. And then, there in the corner, is a little stick figure of a human, empty of magic, unhoofed, untoothed, untailed, lost. But why paint them there, hidden, to remember and recapture their magic, their essence, their connection to the sacred flow of nature? And what about that shrunken, lost human figure in comparison? Interesting. Well, another perspective of animals is this. There are many folks today who have had personal relationships with pets of all kinds, and they now have an added level of understanding in their one-to-one connection to them that often expands to how they view all animals in general. It's like that connection to the one has opened the human heart to many. Now, we think often we're doing animals a favor, with many authors and experts sharing their perspective of what a certain animal may symbolize or represent, their strengths or their weaknesses, and then place that description onto ourselves if we see or dream or we're drawn to a particular kind of animal. So here's another brief look at animals through the metaphysical eyes of Jean Houston, Diana Cooper, and me. So if one believes in an evolutionary process of simple life forms over time growing into more complex or more sophisticated kind, or I could say, as humans have become more human and less animal-like, have we somehow lost our sense of bearings? Jean Houston says, as our frontal lobes multiplied in burgeoned connections leading to human constructions such as law and art and religion, justice, hierarchy, abstractions from the ground of being, we as our own species again look to animals to remember what we had lost. Now, down through the millennia, we have turned animals into gods, hoping to capture that fierce presence and feed our spiritual yearnings. And some of us do know that the ancient Egyptians accentuated an ambiguity, some strange feelings and contrasts, by giving the gods animal heads on human bodies. You have the cow-headed Hathor, the goddess of love, jackal-headed Anubis, god of transformations and mysteries, ibis-headed Thoth, god of wisdom and magic, lioness-headed Sekhmet, goddess of healing, magic, justified rage, and unspoken mysteries. The Mayan culture was inspired by the jaguar, the Celts by the bull. The Minoans worshipped the snake. And ancient peoples observed the ways in which animals surpassed human skills, capabilities, and powers and made them animal totems, tribal symbols, and even gods. Many peoples around the world have essentially put parts of their creation myths so that they would include the story of the birth of humanity from an animal or a creature. A snake, a turtle, a raven. Creating in some knowing way that we are descended from them, perhaps, and that is why they became our first gods. And this is also why certain ancient peoples, their totem animal was regarded in awe, not only because it was good to eat and to have that part of that in their own bodies, but because it was good to think and to hold in the imagination. So let me ask you, you're probably the choir I'm talking to right now, but how often do you dream about animals, have visionary experiences that involve animals, or follow pathways into inner space guided by animals? Yeah. Animals stretch our boundaries and ultimately restore us to life more fully. Now, Diana Cooper says there are many metaphysical things alike between humans and animals, but there are also some profound differences, too. Animals, and I include insects in that category, and humans, both come together on Earth as a spirit into a physical body. Both come to Earth to learn and to teach. Both come from between the third and fifth dimensions. Both go through the veil of amnesia, and both have a contract, a purpose to life on this planet. Now, the biggest differences are this. Humans are left brain dominant and are ruled by logic. Without consciously choosing other, they live life from the mind outward. Animals are right brain dominant and ruled by instinct, and working from the heart, they experience life from the heart, experientially. Now, we all live on Gaia in partnership, and we are responsible to animals and they to us at a different level. Part of the contract for us humans when we came here was to be harmless, to cooperate, be responsible and caring to all sentient beings. We even have a language to share the spectrum of life forms on the food chain. Do we eat or are we eaten? Now, some folks take this perspective to heart and become vegetarian or vegan, and that's wonderful on a number of levels. Some animals come to serve all life, including humans, and even give their lives to feed life, to continue life. I have a dear friend, Melba, who isn't vegan, but she's very conscious about life on many levels. In fact, she hunts during hunting season and has for many years. What's so fascinating is that when she goes out with the other hunters, she's almost always the first to get her game. And once I asked her, how does this happen? And she said, she always asks an animal to come to her that is either old or hurt or has fulfilled its life purpose and is ready to go on to another level or plane of existence. And this is how she hunts. She's often gotten her game barely out her back door. It's interesting. And she's the envy of her pack of hunters. The continuing story of humans and animals has existed as long as we've been on Earth, in many forms, in many dimensions. Diana Cooper states there have been many experiments and variety of civilizations over millions of years. There's been at least 5 great civilizations, or golden ages, and we're prepping for the 6th. But that's another talk. Between 2012 and 2032, a 20-year span of time and space in human terms, it's a most important time in the universe. And many, many life forms are watching us. And we've got the front row seats. In 2012 in particular, many humans began a conscious ascension to a higher dimension, but many, many volumes, masses of animals did than humans did. So ultimately, animals, in their wisdom and heart-centered perspective, are here to demonstrate fifth-dimensional living to us humans who are not there yet. So animals from their heart-centered perspective are here to demonstrate what fifth-dimensional living is. So let's look at a few animals and see what they're doing for us. In their main role during the golden age of Atlantis, as well as now, Dogs took on certain things like illnesses or physical aspects of humans to help us. Dogs and wolves all hold energy of courage and strength and the ability to do what is right. Their spiritual purpose on incarnating is to still give love and receive love and teach about discipline. That's a dog or a wolf. Now, the lowly guinea pig is the only animal from the planet Venus, the cosmic heart ruled and guided by Mother Mary. Guinea pigs open up your higher heart. They're originally from South America, and with the protection and guidance of Archangel Chamuel, South America will come forward as a very special place to be in this new age that's coming, a new golden age. Now, cats are extraordinarily enlightened. All cats have a very developed third eye, and they come from Orion. They work with Archangel Raphael. All cats are watchers of the planet, protecting it from lower energies. During the age of Atlantis, the Magi sent to Orion for more cats to try and hold that energy, to keep it high. But unfortunately, as an experiment, it didn't really work. But now they do stop the lower energies from getting all the way down to the heart and soul of Gaia. Yay, cats! Yes, animals reincarnate with us during lifetimes, many lifetimes. So look for the markings on their fur or skin. Markings are soul messages. They choose their colorings and their markings. When Diana Cooper was doing research on orbs and energy, she discovered that all the orbs that were surrounding the animals had two guardian angels within it. She also discovered that the archangel that guides and works with animals is Archangel Phelii, F-H-E-L-Y-A-I, which is interesting. He has brilliant yellow energy. He has come in now, again, with this energy even stronger. He's been most active in Europe, and there's some portals there that the animal energy has been coming through. But in 2012, for the first time ever in North America in this time and space, a huge portal was opened up in Yellowstone. Yellowstone. Archangel Yellow. I thought that's kind of cool. It radiates exactly that particular color. So whenever you think of that particular color yellow, know that you're creating a rainbow bridge between animals and people. Now, animals that come through that are white and aren't albinos, they're bringing in Christ light energy, the white buffaloes, the white tigers, those who have been predicted. They're holding and sending unconditional love wherever they go. And then they're surviving now as they probably would not have in earlier times to spread their amazing energy because it is a higher frequency. If animals come through that are black and white, they're learning and teaching balance. Elephants are cool, and that's my totem. They carry the divine blueprint for the divine feminine, the perfect matriarchal society. Their sole mission is to bring in pure energy into the ley lines and help them become the golden ley lines for the next new golden age. Giraffes bring in grace energy. Their crown centers are wide open. They bring a balance of feminine and male energies and demonstrate that to us. Dolphins are really cool, and they tend to be interesting to look at, no matter where you are, if you're watching a dolphin. They are 5-dimensional beings with a 7th-dimensional blueprint. They carry the sacred geometric codes of light from the highest frequency, time of Atlantis, and express that knowledge and wisdom with joy and lightness, passing the information on into the waters of the earth. Because they're so important, an army of highly evolved sea creatures protects them. The sharks, the whales, the rays, and the turtles. As the healers, they raise the frequency of the emotional or mental body, which quickly translates into the healing of the physical. Cool. How about snakes? They're a source of fascination, fear, respect, and even awe. They carry transformational energy and come to you to warn you or tell you to look beyond the obvious. Snakes and all reptiles come from other universes and still carry their divine original blueprint. Because they're touching the earth at all times, as they're wiggling around, they reach down energetically into hollow earth and are able to connect with that wisdom. Birds, they come between the 5th and the 3rd dimension, and they have come only to teach. They have nothing to learn, but to demonstrate freedom so we can move beyond our lower selves. Each bird is teaching us a different message. Eagles are masters of the air, reminding you to look at life at a higher perspective. Water birds are interesting, too, because they hold the vision of a fish coming around, drawing the fish to it. The water, the emotions, keep the vision clear. So purify yourself, hold your vision, and grab that opportunity the moment it comes to you. Hummingbirds carry the wisdom of Lemuria, opening the keys and codes and energies and doors from Lemurian energy that you hold, so that you can use it now. How about spiders? Spiders are third-dimensional but alien energy. Their DNA is copper-based. I learned that in college. This is interesting. As the sacred geometry is used, the spider works against gravity and doesn't accept failure. You can break its web and it starts over again and over again and over again. So hold your vision. Ladybugs are fifth-dimensional insects. They also perceive open doors to something good happening to you soon. Bees are from Pleiades. They carry healing and use sacred geometry. And any creature that builds with sacred geometry, the angels sing their sonics over it. Other insects, again, are attracted to them, or other animals that use sacred geometry because of that wisdom. If you stop and think about it, sometimes it's easier to talk or listen to a fifth-dimensional animal rather than to a seventh-dimensional angel. And so humans are truly in the most perfect place to be. We're on that centered on the earth plane. We can connect all the way down to the heart and mind of Gaia, go all the way up to the divine, and we can be the ones that are transmuting that energy. Monkeys are from the 10th dimension. They are healers when they chatter or howl. They have beautiful hearts, and at the spiritual level, they're bringing in oneness, unity. They're here to learn about Kundalini. You don't have to be earthbound to learn about it. They learn about family life and teach it to humans. So one more time. Humans act as bridges between animals and angels because of our level of energy. The thoughts or prayers that we send up are always used. If you see an animal hit by the side of the road, send up a prayer or ask for an angel to help that animal. Our prayers actually create a rainbow bridge for one of the angels to assist the animal. And this is what's so interesting. This kind of action balances karma between animals and humans. Something easy to do. So humans cannot ascend fully until we open our hearts to animals, because we came in together and because of our contracts with each other. I have a quote by writer Henry Beston. We need another and wiser and perhaps more mythical concept of animals. We patronize them for their incompleteness, for their tragic fate of having taken form so far below ourselves. And there we err, and greatly err. For the animals shall not be measured by man. In a world older and more complete than ours, they move finished and complete, gifted with extensions of the senses we have lost or never attained. They are not underlings, they are not brethren. They are other nations, caught with ourselves in the net of life, at this time and this place, on the earth plane. And now, because we are connected, so connected, I'm going to share this little story. On the Day You Were Born, by Deborah Frazier. On the eve of your birth, word of your coming passed from animal to animal. The reindeer told the Arctic terns, who told the humpback whales, who told the Pacific salmon, who told the monarch butterflies, who told the green turtles, who told the European eel, who told the busy garden warblers, and the marvelous news migrated worldwide. While you waited in darkness, tiny knees curled to chin, the earth and her creatures with the sun and the moon all moved in their places, each ready to greet you. The very first moment of the very first day you arrived. On the day you were born, the round planet Earth turned toward your morning sky, whirling past darkness, spinning the night into light. On the day you were born, gravity's strong pull held you to the earth with the promise that you would never float away. While deep in space, the burning sun sent up flowering, towering flames, lighting your sky from dawn until dusk. On the day you were born, the quiet moon glowed and offered to bring a full, bright face each month to your windowsill. while high above the North Pole, Polaris, the glittering North Star, stood still, shining silver light into your night sky. On the day you were born, the moon pulled on the ocean below, and wave by wave, a rising tide washed the beaches clean for your footprints. While far out to sea, clouds swelled with water drops, sailed to shore on a wind, and rained you a welcome across Earth's green lands. On the day you were born, a forest of tall trees collected the sun's light in their leaves, where in silent mystery they made oxygen for you to breathe. While close to your skin and as high as the sky, air rushed in and blew about, invisibly protecting you and all living things on earth. On the day you were born, the earth turned, the moon pulled, the sun flared, and then with a push, you slipped out of the dark quiet, where suddenly you could hear a circle of people singing with voices familiar and clear. Welcome to the spinning world, the people sang as they washed your new tiny hands. Welcome to the green earth, the people sang as they wrapped your wet, slippery body. And as they held you close, they whispered into your open, curving ear, we're so glad you've come. So we are one. Namaste.